You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, B&B fans. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I want to talk about the outcome to the upcoming fashion challenge showdown between Eric Forrester and Ridge Forrester. It's been a hot minute since we've seen a fashion showdown on our CBS soap. There have been several over the years, and the most recent that springs to my mind, and I think it took place in Italy, but it might have been in Monte Carlo. You guys remind me in the comments if you remember off the top of your head where it took place, but it was a Sally Spectra versus Forrester fashions showdown. And it was back in, I don't know, 2018? 2017? It has been a while. So I am excited to see them resurrecting the idea of a fashion showdown. But for me, I think that Eric Forrester has to win this. He has to win it. And I've got 3 reasons I think he's going to kick Ridge's butt in this fashion challenge where they agreed they'd let the buyers decide. So I really, really hope Eric wins it. And I'm going to tell you these 3 reasons, and then I definitely want your feedback on whether you think Eric or Ridge is going to win it and why you think they should win. I love your feedback. I read all your comments. Thank you so much. All right, if you haven't already, please reach out and click subscribe. And now let's dig in. So the very first reason, the most important reason that Eric Forrester has to win this fashion challenge is the golden child is working with him. Oh my gosh, the RJ Forrester dialogue that is going on right now. Oh, all right. Eric called RJ the other day the anointed one. If you didn't know, that means beloved of God, as in the new Messiah. What is with this dialogue, people? It is ludicrous, absolutely ludicrous. But Ridge has repeated kind of versions of this. Ridge said on Monday, I think, he said it once the other day, and then he repeated it on Monday the 18th, that RJ is the most talented one of all of them. RJ has designed nothing. Eric is telling him what to design, and he is a sketch artist. Like, he could work down at the crime lab sketching out Sheila's 9 toes, or he could do caricatures like he did when Ridge asked him to design. He's a sketch artist. He is not a clothing designer. He has designed none of that stuff. He is drawing what Eric is describing. He's his transcriber. Even RJ himself said that he didn't think he deserved to have the designer label, that he didn't deserve to be called that yet. Thankfully, RJ is the one who actually sees the truth, and Brooke and Ridge and Eric are too busy blowing smoke up RJ's butt about this whole thing. So, given that Eric has the golden child, the beloved, the anointed one, the new Messiah of fashion on his side, shouldn't he win for sure? Plus, just on top of the RJ nonsense, Eric has decades of experience. He is Mr. Forrester Creations, all right? So I also feel like if Eric and RJ win this, then it's kind of a sort of a knock on Thomas as a designer too. So, because it would push RJ straight to the top of Forrester Creations when these are Eric's designs. They're not RJ's. Maybe before they're over, he will actually design something, but I just don't think that they can have RJ lose anything. And so by default, then Eric's going to get to win. That's just my feeling about this insanity around the dialogue around RJ. The second reason that I think that Eric definitely needs to win this is because Ridge and Brooke are playing the Muse card, the inspiration card. And Donna is Eric's inspiration, he said. So if Eric wins, then that puts Donna a peg above her big sister, Brooke. And I think that would be hilarious. I would enjoy it so much. Right now, there's 4 Forrester men designing lines, but 3 of them each has a muse that is a Logan. Hope is Thomas's inspiration, and they are kicking butt over at Hope for the Future. And Eric just told Donna she's his muse and inspiration, and Ridge is saying the same exact thing to Brooke, talking about how she makes it his best work ever. So Thomas isn't even part of this fashion challenge, so he and Hope are completely in the clear on this. She's going to remain his muse, and they're going to keep doing their line. That's fine. So it comes down to Donna versus Brooke, muse versus muse, inspo versus inspo. And already last week, Brooke was not happy at all that when she came over and did her usual garbage of where she's telling people what they think and should do. Like when she's telling Hope, oh, I know that Liam's your soulmate. I know that you want to be back with him. I don't think so, Brooke. And you need to stop telling people things that are on the inside of their head and heart that you don't know squat about. This is not me disliking a person, by the way. You know, this is a character. I dislike the way she is being written right now. She is Ridge's annoying, nagging hand puppet for me right now. That's all I'm seeing. So Donna and Katie decide this week that they are both Team Eric. And so if Eric wins, it definitely puts Donna in a win situation over Brooke. And I really would like to see Brooke as the second place muse, only because she was over at Eric's house just talking down to him. Like he was a child and that she was there to put him in his place because Ridge said blah, 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 blah. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. So that's another reason that I want to see Ridge lose this, is because Ridge losing means Brooke losing too. And again, I don't dislike them as people. These aren't people. These are characters on our soap. And the way they're being written right now is just frustrating. All right. So the third and final reason, I'm going to share it with you right now. But if you haven't already, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our bold updates. Definitely click a like if you're enjoying this, and drop your comments. I want to hear your comments on who you want to see win and why. So the third reason I think that Eric has got to win this is because if Ridge wins, he and Brooke are going to be too smug to tolerate. It is going to validate all of Ridge's garbage that he's spewing right now. It would validate him trying to shove his dad out of the business with both hands. It would validate Eric instead of Ridge. So that's why I really think this has to go Eric's way. Right now, Ridge thinks he's the top dog, big daddy boss at Forrester Creations, and he's not. He is the co-CEO alongside Steffi, and that's because Eric stepped away from day-to-day operations, but Ridge is not Forrester Creations. He is not Eric Forrester, company founder. In fact, all this recent talk about how designing runs in their blood should be a reminder to all of you that know your B&B history, is that Ridge is a Marone by blood and birth, not a Forrester. So I don't even know what's going on in the writer's room. Like, they think we don't know these things. I don't know, question mark. All that aside, if Ridge wins this fashion challenge, he will be utterly intolerable and all full of, I told you so. I told you that my dad should have retired. And Brooke will feel like her date with Destiny has been reconfirmed by yet another sign. And of course, just so many things. And I think we're all getting a little tired of Dusty Destiny. So if Ridge and Brooke lose, because it would be Ridge and Brooke losing, it would take them both a few notches down the ladder. And I think they need that reality check. Ridge needs to take 2 seats, and Brooke needs to have more respect for Eric, the father of 2 of her children, aka the father of her fiance. That's what I see. I'm on Team Eric. Let me know what team you guys are on and why. Thank you so much for listening. This has been Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.